If you haven't got a clue what your plot's going to be, you might just have a concept for your story, but nothing else. You've got to do this. I'm telling you, it will help you. Let's start with a mood board, and it's more important than you might think. This really helped me form the foundation for my plot. What I was hoping for with this mood board is that it helped me to find a plot, and it helped me to find the style for the story that I had no idea how I was going to write it. I had no idea what it was going to be about. If you're like that, if you haven't got a clue what your plot's going to be, you might just have a concept for your story, but nothing else. You might not have characters, you might not have an antagonist, you might not know how your world works, you might not know what situations they're going to run into. You might be at the very start of your story, or halfway through, but if you're at the very start especially, you've got to do this. I'm telling you, it will help you. Especially if you're starting your story and it's very overwhelming, you know. So I decided, let's start with a mood board, and it's more important than you might think, and you just have to do it to realize why. I'm using Photoshop, but you can use any software like Paint. You can even print out pictures and cut them out, glue them on a piece of paper, or do some drawing. I just look for some photos that kind of encapsulate the vibe of what I want in the story, because we always start with the environment. I mean, at least I do. I always start with the environment. And because this is set in the forest, this one is kind of dark and mysterious, and this other one that I found is more sort of magical and inviting. And when I found these two pictures, I decided that it's not just going to be set in a forest, a magical forest. This forest is going to have two sides to it. And this is helping me when I have no idea what I'm going to write. And all I'm doing is, this is the really important part, I'm just creating some keywords. And then I'm just doing some keywords for the darker side of the forest too. I want the feeling that the character is unwelcome there, you know. This is more of the writing process. This is why I've decided to do a whole book. I can't show you the process of writing in one video. It's going to have to be over months and months, isn't it? I'm going to have to write a book to show you. You know, I found this other image as well. When I found this image made me think that the forest isn't going to be just dangerous and deceptive, but it's going to be a little bit upside down. Which way is up? A little bit like a little bit dreamlike, a little bit unreal. I found this picture of a tree. It looked kind of magical, so maybe there can be a magic tree. I'm just literally just putting some keywords down, and it's making me think about what could be in the plot, how the world can work. I found another picture that kind of reminded me of a tunnel. And I just thought maybe the forest can have some doorways to other parts of the forest. Maybe one doorway can lead from the magical side to the darker side. I don't really know. I'm starting to really form an idea of how this forest works, what it looks like, the sort of things that the character is going to experience. Then I can start to think of character arcs that the character is going to go through. Maybe what's being tested with the character is their own discernment, their ability to figure out what's good for them, what's not, what's supportive, what's dangerous, what is the right decision, what's the wrong decision. And I didn't have that idea before doing this mood board. And can you see just how putting some pictures down and some keywords, I'm actually already finding ideas for character arcs that I didn't know before, that I had no idea, that I thought I didn't even think of these beforehand, you know? This forest is going to be filled with questions on the character's mind. Now, because I know I'm going to get sick and tired of just writing something in a forest for months and months, I'm going to want to write something else. So I want another world, I want another environment. I don't just want this story to be set in a forest. I want there to be maybe a town or a village or a city or something, I don't know. This helped me figure out the forest and the character arcs, and if I do another one for another situation, that the character is going to be in another environment, another world, that's going to help me a lot as well. But this really helped me form the foundation for my plot. This is just part of my writing process for the book that is to come. I'm Joe Webb, a storyteller. Learn to write fiction properly.